Apple has always surprised the tech world by redefining what an all-in-one computer can be. And today, one question is quietly gaining momentum among Mac users, creatives, and professionals worldwide. Will Apple launch a 32-inch iMac? With Apple Silicon transforming performance, display technology advancing rapidly, and professional users demanding bigger, more immersive screens, the idea of a massive 32-inch iMac feels both exciting and controversial. While Apple has not officially confirmed anything, consistent leaks, analyst insights, and Apple's own product strategy suggest that this idea is far from dead. In this video, we'll analyze every credible 32-inch iMac rumor, decode Apple's display size strategy, and deliver bold yet realistic iMac 2026 predictions, cutting through hype to give you the truth. Will Apple launch a 32-inch iMac is a question that continues to spark intense debate across the Apple community, especially among creative professionals, video editors, developers, and designers who crave both power and simplicity in a single machine. And while Apple has not officially confirmed any plans for a larger iMac, persistent reports from well-known Apple analysts and leakers strongly suggest that a pro-oriented 32-inch iMac remains under active exploration rather than cancellation, with many believing it could arrive sometime around 2026 or later, making it a plausible but not guaranteed future product. And to understand why this rumor refuses to die, we need to look at Apple's evolving display size strategy, because historically Apple has used the iMac as a showcase for its latest display technologies, from the first 5K Retina iMac to the stunning color accuracy that creators rely on today. And when Apple discontinued the Intel-based iMac Pro in 2021, many assumed it would be replaced by an Apple Silicon version. Yet instead, Apple introduced the Mac Studio paired with the Studio Display, signaling a shift toward modular professional setups. But that shift also created a gap in Apple's lineup for users who want an all-in-one powerhouse without juggling multiple devices, cables, and accessories. And this is precisely where the idea of a 32-inch iMac becomes compelling, because a single machine combining Apple Silicon performance, a massive high-resolution display, and elegant design aligns perfectly with Apple's philosophy of simplicity and integration. And leaks suggest that if Apple does pursue a 32-inch iMac, it would likely feature a next-generation mini-LED or OLED panel, potentially offering promotion, extreme brightness, deeper blacks, and unmatched color accuracy, making it ideal for professional workflows like 8K video editing, 3D rendering, and color grading. But Apple also faces internal challenges, because a 32-inch iMac can compete directly with the Mac Studio plus Studio Display combo, which currently offers higher margins and flexibility. And Apple must decide whether the demand for a large all-in-one justifies the engineering, thermal design, and pricing complexities. And speaking of pricing, industry insiders suggest that a 32-inch iMac would almost certainly sit in a premium price bracket, possibly starting well above the standard iMac, and even approaching iMac Pro territory, which raises questions about its target audience, because Apple today seems focused on clearly separating consumer, prosumer, and professional products, and yet user demand remains strong, especially among creatives who miss the elegance of a single-device workstation. And when we look toward iMac 2026 predictions, the timeline makes sense, as Apple is expected to further refine its Apple Silicon chips, potentially introducing M4 Pro or even M5 class processors by then, which could finally make a thermally efficient, ultra-powerful 32-inch iMac viable without compromising performance or noise. And there's also the matter of Apple's display roadmap, because larger OLED panels are becoming more feasible and cost-effective in the second half of the decade, strengthening the case for a premium large-screen iMac. Yet despite all this evidence, it's crucial to stay realistic, because Apple has proven willing to abandon beloved product categories if they no longer fit its broader strategy, and the absence of official confirmation means that a 32-inch iMac remains an idea under evaluation rather than a guaranteed release, making the smartest conclusion for now that Apple is testing, researching, and quietly planning rather than preparing for an imminent launch. So for users tracking 32-inch iMac rumors, Apple display size, leaks, and future iMac predictions, the most honest answer is that a larger iMac is plausible, strategically logical, and technologically achievable, but not locked in. And until Apple sees a clear path to differentiate from existing products while maintaining strong margins, the decision will remain in flux, And this brings us to a practical recommendation, because if you are a professional who needs maximum performance today, the Mac Studio paired with a high-quality display remains the safest and most powerful option, while those who value simplicity, aesthetics, and an all-in-one experience may want to wait and watch Apple's 2025 and 2026 announcements closely before upgrading. And no matter which path Apple chooses, one thing is clear. The conversation around a 32-inch iMac highlights a deeper demand for powerful yet elegant computing solutions. And Apple's next move in this space will shape the future of creative desktops for years to come. And for the latest Apple leaks, unbiased tech breakdowns, and future-focused predictions, stay connected with TechVerse. If you need power right now, buy a Mac Studio. If you value elegance and can wait, keep an eye on Apple's 2026 roadmap, because a 32-inch iMac may still be Apple's boldest comeback.